Metromile car insurance phone number does not need to be exhausting. Read these 4 suggestions. How much do you owe on car or home loans? It would assist your score to indicate that you've had expertise with several completely different kinds of credit accounts, comparable to revolving credit accounts and installment loans. 15% of the score is based on the length of time you've had credit score. 10% of the score is predicated on new credit score. Insurers, however, have found that credit scores help them predict how likely somebody is to file claims. How many credit cards do you may have which are at their credit limits? We depend upon credit score for thus many important issues in life, whether or not it is for purchasing an automotive, home or computer, or getting a pupil mortgage. Insurers might pay out if an organization has suffered from property injury, perhaps unhealthy weather has destroyed their laptop methods, for example, or a former worker is taking the company to court docket. Take into account how a teacher calculates grades by taking scores from exams, homework, attendance and anything they want to use, weighing each in accordance with importance to give you a last, single number score. After taking out the policies, Grable probably wished she had added a rider to guard her from injury, whereas the insurance coverage brokers fought over who would examine her when making a declare. 1. The article of Articles 20 to 26 is to put down special provisions applicable to injured parties entitled to compensation in respect of any loss or injury resulting from accidents occurring in a member state aside from the member state of residence of the injured get-together, which are induced by the use of automobiles insured and normally based in a member state. We are here to advise you of all the pros and cons of different insurance firms, help you in which plans have better networks, and help clarify the right way to see which plans have your docs. Some lenders even have their very own scoring methods, which can embrace info corresponding to your earnings or how long you've been at the identical job. Your credit score rating boils down all of that data to a 3-digit quantity. This information is in comparison with the credit score performance of different shoppers with comparable histories and profiles. It is how electronics and malls can offer prompt credit score. The California Department of Insurance coverage centers in on the bosses of firms. Once again, the one method to know you're getting the perfect charges is to get quotes from a number of corporations. If you have read how credit score experiences work, you realize that your credit score report incorporates a history of how you've paid your payments, how much open credit you've gotten, and the rest that would affect your creditworthiness. As your credit rating decreases, you develop into extra of a credit score risk in the eyes of lenders. Equifax has the Beacon system. TransUnion has the classic FICO danger score system, and Experian has the Experian Fair Isaac risk system. About 20% of flood insurance coverage claims come from properties which can be considered low or average risk. Being extra cautious can help to scale back the chance that you'll make a declare, and avoiding any claims is one of the best ways of getting inexpensive auto insurance coverage deals. Nonetheless, the score interprets several onerous inquiries within a brief period of time as one to account for the way in which people shop around for the most effective offers on a loan. In case you are unable to scale back these vigor bars nonetheless, you may possibly merely have them inside your everyday correct weight reduction plan as an alternative relating to making that Vitality Tavern a replacement for an overall meal. You probably have a college pupil on the coverage, snagging a discount if they're away at college without a automotive, normally have to be at the very least 100 miles away. As soon as a military member purchases a USAA policy, they can go eligibility down as long as somebody from every technology will get a coverage. Learn by means of your coverage, preferably with a lawyer, and be sure to perceive what it does and doesn't cover. Most companies will allow you to use your personal car insurance company to CAL your rental, however some have restrictions concerning the place you'll drive with this insurance. This might help CAL any authorized fees and costs of settling the lawsuit ought to one occur. In the occasion that this occurs, an HO6 policy covers the charges assessed to the entire homeowners through the affiliation. You would possibly be capable to deduct transaction fees or merchant charges that you just pay to third celebration cost processes. Even if you always pay your bank card invoice on time. Should you default on a totally separate loan, the curiosity on your bank card debt might rise dramatically. This is smart since one in all the first reasons a lender desires to see the score is to discover if, and the way promptly, you pay your payments. The rating is affected by how many payments have been paid late, how many were dispatched out for assortment and any bankruptcies. Read over all contracts rigorously, or even better, have your lawyer do it. A 3-digit number, your credit score, can decide whether or not you can do this stuff and even how much it would cost you. This category also penalizes hard inquiries on your credit score prior to now 12 months. We can't consider many different providers that prioritize their customers as highly as we do, and perhaps that is why thousands of people come to us every year to help with their auto glass needs. Now you possibly can view your credit score rating, for a price, from credit score reporting agencies and credit monitoring providers. Assessment your credit score report and correct any errors you discover. Whether you are looking for lengthy time period alternate options or maybe a one-case deal, you're prepared to seek out the right one. You are going to jump into the shower right after you exercise anyway, proper? So they are ready to assess the state of affairs and help give you the appropriate numbers to your budget. The girl hates being the family budget master, mistress, goddess, but she knows better than to believe our family's financial recording retaining to the guy who cannot keep in mind the title of our bank. Just like several people, you'll find so many strategies for you to diminish your funds together with subsequent. Most of those methods may allow you to get again some money to fulfill the improved financial demands for being any vehicle driver. Of all of those, the truth that insurance charges are being decided by credit scores is causing customers the most alarm. All this adds up to say that credit scores are enormously important. If you're hiring independent contractors, their equipment in addition to your own. My dad occupied this function for an embarrassingly long time, well into my early skilled profession. When buying a home, always arrange a home inspection by a professional. We measured customer support by analyzing the National Association of Insurance Coverage Commissioners (NAIC) complaint index. JD, in the event you liked this post as well as you desire to obtain more info regarding Metromile renters insurance, kindly stop by our website.